welcome back to Book of Hours. Let's dive right in, shall we? Welcome back, librarian. Everything is remembered. Hush House endures. Terrific. So, as you can see, we left off last episode. Every time I'm left clicking by mistake, it's going to tell me that. We've met key figures around the village, and we managed to gain access to a lodge, a groundskeeper's lodge. And as you can see, there are some interactable things inside. How joyful. A chair. So we can actually, yeah, okay, we can take the chair with us if we wanted, though I am just going to leave it there. Plant pot. All these things are things. Keeper's Lodge for 500 years. In the times we call baronial curia nocturnal. There was always a keeper to watch the ways, weed the gardens, mend the roof when the sun was shining. There is no keeper now, but the lodge's roof still weathers the storm of Brankrug Bay. Baronial period. Give me a sec to catch my breath. In the 16th century, the Dufel family became the Barons Brankrug, governing the Isle as their personal estate until 1759, when their line ended in madness and death. That's not a good thing for them. What else is interactable? Dandelion wine, homemade flower wine, probably very old. Beverage to serve. Okay. Basket of clean laundry. Fabric and fibre. Sorry, a lot of these things, we can see everything interactable when we do that. A lot of these aspects I'm either familiar with or just not too interested in reading through. I'm kind of picking things out at random to read. Right now, fabric. The Kilisami is the woven language, is written with thread, not ink. There are, of course, other more prosaic uses for fibre too. Upholstery can be more adventurous than it sounds. Okay, we have potted dragon tree, scale, leaf, knock lantern wall art. Wall art, I'm thinking it might also be significant. Basically, I'm looking for significant things that might come up later. Lodge's fireplace. Oh, I see we have some tea there. C&H second flush Assam. Packet. Tea from the land of the real unicorn, imported by Keita and Hero. Rhinos. I think they're talking about rhinos. Brewable leaf. Yep. So I'm guessing maybe we can brew that, but we have a key. Hush House key, heavy enough that it takes both hands to turn. Heavy enough to brain someone, though you'll need both hands for that too. A good thought to have. Thing key. This part of the soul called Shapt is left outside. The white door of the man. That part of the soul called Shapt is left outside the white door of the mansus, as a key in the door, or as a sword outside a king's hall if you listen to the noble endeavour. Okay. What other things are there? Bread? Can't imagine that's fresh. It's like in Skyrim where you like find an ancient crypt that hasn't been explored for hundreds of years and There's fresh apples and lit torches inside. Or maybe we brought this stuff in with us. Rose, okay. Gritty bread made with the hardy ancient oats that grow at Land's End. And another plant or flower. Leaf, flower, okay. And a candlestick. Candle scented with honey scar jasmine. Fuel. Each hour has its colour. Each flame has... Reminded me then to take a look at the time, make sure we're not passing everything by. Each hour has its colour. Each flame has its fuel. Don't trust your dreams. George Collars, first and last governor of Brankrug Gowl. Light. Okay. Light and candle. Good to know. And another mirror. Okay. Leave that there. And we have some books. Probably the most interesting thing for a librarian to see. A bunch of uncatalogued books. What do we have? Curia, Nocturnal, Baronial, Travelling at Night, Volume 1. Travelling at Night, Volume 2. Looks like both have the same. The Annotated Dream Journals of Christopher Illapoy, sometimes called the only readable occultist, literate, entertaining, bewildering. So one is a knock challenge mystery, the other is a sky mystery of different aspects, 3 and 6. Okay, sorry, 4 and 6. I don't know what that means, but do we have a desk in here? Do we not have a desk? Oh, okay. Then maybe moved it inside. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I don't want to... It's fine wine, don't want to waste it right now. Okay. It's nice that you can just kind of, move things around. If I cast an object into the fire, it will be transformed, destroyed, lost. That's not how you brew tea. Few things can respond more constructively to warmth if you add a soul card. So what can I do that? Brew over the fire, bring water to the boil, permit the potency to express itself. Okay. So what do we have up ahead? The great gate of the house. The walls of the house tower above me. I had been told that it was abandoned after a fire, but there is no sign of any such thing. The building will no doubt need restoration, but it's in better shape than I'd feared. Books are the memory that does not die. Read the inscription above the gate. Okay, we need a key. Fair enough. Might as well head on in. The books... I think we need a desk for it, don't we? Or... Actually we don't. Because we can... grab these. I don't know. Yeah, I think it pauses automatically when we go in here. So, if I were to just... Why not? Oh, it's not a journal, is it? Yeah, it's not a journal. We need to put our journal in there. Got it. We're learning. £72 left. You know, in more manageable currencies, but yeah. And there we have it. Watchman's Tower, Gatehouse. Back in the 11th century, Brian of Brittany built the tower and its gate to protect St. Brandon's Abbey. At Hush House was then known as Hush House was then known. I'm struggling to read. Later, the Baron Dewolf strengthened the gate against their many enemies, but it's a long time now since Hush House was any kind of fortress, and by the time the scholars of the Curia took possession, this place had long been a comfortable waiting room for visitors to the house, too minor to merit immediate attention. Okay, so we're in a waiting room. Interesting. So this once was a fortress. Brian of Brittany built the tower. And it's going to protect St. Brandon's Abbey. So, is it an abbey or was it... So it was an abbey, right. Not a fortress, my mistake. They built a tower and its gate to protect the abbey, which I assume would be within... so after Brandon Deerwolf came the Scholars of the Curia. Okay. Getting a bit of a timeline in my head. What's upstairs? Gatehouse stairs. The stairs to the room above are blocked with debris and the plaster is peeling from the walls. I'll need help from the village to clear and restore the place. So, probably going to need to hire the... what's his name again? Smith. Cloistered garden. I can make out a green and shaded space, but it's chocked with weeds and thorns. I'll need help to clear the space. I think the Reverend can help us with that. Assistance and lantern. I don't know how to get Mr. Kill on our side. We had Mrs. Kill, but I think we might be able to, speak to the other. Also in here we have some things, don't we? We have the Tattered Outlaw, Thirza Blake even, 7th librarian of Hush House, liked painting donkeys. No one else liked her donkey paintings, but Thirza never much cared what other people liked. Okay. Red deer antlers, not quite hair, not quite teeth, but proof that someone liked killing something. Or proof that someone killed something. Yeath? Hound horns. Huh? In the time past, the Yeath pursued the impious and impure across the moors of this country. Hendrik Deerwolf never liked them. Carcass, something that once moved without my assistance. Spoilers with this, I don't know. Take this to a necropsy table to render it into animal bones. I assume at some point we find a necropsy table. If we want to ruin such fine wall decorations, but sure, maybe. And lastly, Raveline Summer. A dry spell is still in a still place. Okay. Vase of Gorse. Okay. What more chairs? Expensive chairs. The kind of chairs that you make someone wait in. Comfort. Okay. I'm not sure how comfortable a treasure of shelters is, but actually, yeah, umbrellas. Took me a second to realise, because it's a chair image, so I thought chair. But it's not a chair, is it? Unless you're feeling adventurous. Serena Blackwood. This bust is carved from alabaster. Is Serena this woman? No, Thirza Blake. So Serena, I don't know who she was, probably someone significant, and Thirza Blake is the 7th librarian. And Brian of Brittany, first owner of this place. Anyway, we should probably do something. Yep, I'm a genius when it comes to this. That is uncatalogued. How do we catalog it? There's nothing as safe as ignorance, or as dangerous. How do we in the demo they had a table in here for you to, you know, for you to do some work on a bench, but I think that was just to give you a bit of an experience with the view of the Tree of Wisdom's view. Yeah. Anyway, let's say we can head over here and talk to Timothy with our Fost. Might as well get him on board with us. So we have his assistants, and he's going to help us with some gardening. If I'm correct. Yep. Might as well. Just double checking I'm recording. Be terrible if I wasn't. Well, not too terrible, but problematic. I don't actually know if this game auto-saves. I had to name this save, so technically I can have multiple saves running, which is different from Cultist Simulator. A nice difference. Means I could probably play in my own time as well. Separate, but yeah. St. Brandon's Cloister. The sisters and brothers of the Abbey built these gardens in the 13th century, at the height of the period we now call Solar Gothic. Walk here a while and breathe the peace they leave. They leave open air somehow. Sure. 3 dimensions, of course. The birds and the seasons can be both freely visit this place. And there are gardens. What do we want to do here? Jewel? A skill or nectar? Oh wait, we need a skill. So we can't do anything here, but we now have some more places. What's in the basement? Walled garden. It's not the basement, my mistake. Iron spikes march along the top of the wall. The gate is rusted shut, but what I can see through the bars is as ruinous as I might expect. We need edge or nectar. Ooh, and quite a lot of both. Long tower, first floor. The long tower looks like it's been abandoned much longer than the 7 years in the nocturnal period. The inhabitants probably spent most of their time on the seaward side of the isle. I'll need help to restore the room above. I should have clocked how much help the Reverend gives us, but he might be able to help us with that. And the first true threshold. I have reached the threshold of the house proper. The librarians of the Curia were scholars of note. Some were potent adepts. From here I should proceed carefully, observing the proper forms, making the appropriate offerings. The villagers and other locals know the way of the earth and see hereabouts. Their assistance will be invaluable. Knock and Rose. Again, 3, 4, 2. Okay. And yeah, that's outside. Got it. Got it. So we can move the furniture around. Sure. I would like it to. I'm aware I can navigate like this. I'd like it to stop reminding me every time I fuck up, because I will keep fucking it up. The front room. Is there a way to visit the back room? I assume with winter, since we only have Grail, however, and I don't fully remember what she gives us. I wonder how... because her and the smith we have to pay for. We can also go over here and kind of see random people, see if we can find them. Let's work for money right now, because I don't actually remember what this is, or at least how much we get from heart. There is not much work on offer in Rankrug, but I can find sixpence. I should have read sixpence worth of odd jobs. Anyway, I think I might go back and look at the first episode and see how much of what aspects the midwife and smith give me in terms of help. Anyway, we've found ourselves a sixpence, and I don't know if I can do anything with the books just yet, as I think my journal, I need to catalogue it somehow. Sure. Let's put these down for now. Put them there, and I think I am going to pause the episode real quick and see how much the midwife and the smith offer. Be right back. And I'm back. Hopefully I edited that properly. Yes, so I went to find the old recording and check. The midwife had Heart and Grail 2, as in Heart 1, Grail 2. Smith had Edge 2, Forge 2, and the poet had Winter, Moth and Sky all at 4. So, which are any of those helpful? Winter, Moth and Sky, nope. And I didn't check what the Smith can help us through that. Didn't check what Mr. Reverend can help us with, but we can get his help for free, so be fine. Smith only has Edge 2, so I don't think he can get us through that. And we don't know when we can get through that. Cool. So I think we're going to let some time pass, as we have exhausted ourselves and have no use for clouds right now. Daybreak. Great. So, since I see no reason other than to keep pursuing, I think we should, try and get deeper in. Either this, we know how to do this. So let's see what else we can do. We need to ask random people in the tavern, I think. Yeah, okay. Let's see who passes by. Can I just offer money, or... So, chore, for health work. Yep, and will fast work. Yes, so any of these will work. We just are limited by that. I'm pretty sure you require not fast, so we will use fast. Although Fost also offers money. I could offer help with correspondence and arithmetic. There's no school in Rankrug, and not many here know their letters. It doesn't say how much I'd get out of that, but the other two just are heart aspect. Sixpence. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'm curious. We will go to this guy and... what does he need? A shilling? Yes, a shilling. And we are given the rain. Great. We're going to head on over to here. Help us up the stairs. Navigating Renkrog. It's a drinking game. You will die if you drink every time you see that. Yep, both of these are going. I'm pretty sure this is going to tick on through first. An afternoon spent profitably reading a newspaper to the curious, writing affectionate letters for the lonely, steering farmers through the requirements of the Ministry of Agriculture. Oh, and that just gives us another sixpence. Oh well. You'd have thought that, I don't know, offering educated work would be better than manual labour, but yeah, they're worth about the same. There we go. Watchman's Tower, first floor, the notorious Eva de Wolf. Eva de Wolf, eh? Eva de Wolf, first and last Baroness Renkrog, liked this room because this side of the house carried fewest memories of her poor father, Valentine, so she could eavesdrop on the conversations of visitors waiting below, or just because of how the pale light slanted through the windows in the last days of winter. Who knows? But it's a baronial period. Who is that? Interesting. It's telling us even about these ones. Okay. I don't know. I could maybe hover. I assume it's only telling us about adjacent rooms, which we can sort of have a sneak peek at. It looks like an observatory. Yeah, let's check them. Watchman's Tower, top floor. The ceiling bows worryingly under a damp patch. There must be a leak in the observatory. The sun above knows what state it's in. I should seek help and enter carefully. Grail, the midwife can help us with that, so that'll be good. And hopefully there's a desk up there or in here. Yes, we have a desk. Hurrah! Fucking hurrah! Great. We have a desk. We will tackle that in a bit. Long tower, first floor. Lantern 3. Yeah. We've already encountered that. Somehow we gain access to it from the garden. I guess we tunnel up into it like a mole person. Or maybe there's an outside staircase. Equally possible, but hey look, we have things. We have a Walter de Wolf. Okay. The bust is carved from things. This is what I was interested in. The thing tag, so we can hover over that and see glowing stuff. We have Ugale ink, a variation of Iron Ghoul ink, particularly difficult to erase, a minor ink of power. Okay. Green wealth in the world's veins, the pulse of seasons. The principle of blood, liquid, ink. If it scrawls, mix it. Okay. Miroscope, bewildering and occasionally useful. Ooh, a tool. Thomas de Wolf used this in his calculations, but it's much older than he was. As above, so below. Of course. A framed page of illustrated vellum. Up close, the colours dazzle and puzzle. Things what are we looking for? Quire of paper. Fuel blank. Come, friendly words. Sure. Ooh. No, we are... Oh wait, is that part of the miroscope? Okay, it looked a bit... You see the lump of coal or something there? It looked like it was separate to the miroscope, but alas, it's attached. And lastly, we have some uncatalogued books. Interesting. So these baronial and curia, they're the same as, well, curia is the same, baronial the same as well. So they seem to be generic, and I guess maybe random, or like random card draw when we categorize them. Anyway, desk. I'm looking at the time. I wasn't meaning to stall, but I wound up stalling. Yeah, I'm looking at the time, and we do appear to be at the 30-minute mark. We're gonna see. I'm gonna leave this on an annoying cliffhanger. We're gonna see what the desk has in store for us. No peeking. I see you peeking at these. You're looking at these. If you pause to read them, you're cheating. Because I'm not going to read these to you until next episode. I'm joking. Fuck it. Yeah, that'll be it for this episode. We've made a bit of progress. We've entered at least the tower outside of the abbey, and we found our first desk. Next episode, we're going to be seeing what the desk actually does and how we can use books on them. Because I imagine that's probably relevant, wouldn't you? Until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you leave a like if you like the video. I always have to say that. I think that's YouTuber rule, right? You always have to say that. Yeah. It's always good to see people like video. So yeah. Hope you enjoy the video, like the video, blah, 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 blah. And then next time, join me then. Sure. Peace.